This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover immigrants suing the U.S. government. DHS announces registration process for TPS Cameroon designation, parole requests in response to shooting in Uvalde, Texas, new enforcement policy for veterans, USCIS updates public charge resources webpage, Harris to announce nearly $2 billion in private investments, Biden administration plans to send migrants to different U.S. cities. Many immigrants are suing the U.S. government due to the unreasonable delays in their citizenship application that has been taking years. There is a lawsuit alleging that USCIS has moved a large amount of applications to a storage facility at the beginning of the pandemic and never retrieved the documents. This is why Ting Law Group sues the government on behalf of the immigrants affected by the delay. The Department of Homeland Security posted for public inspection a Federal Register notice on temporary protected status for Cameroon. The notice gives information about how to register for TPS under Cameroon's designation. There is an 18-month designation of Cameroon for TPS. The registration process will start on June 7, 2022. All individuals who wish to request TPS under the designation of Cameroon must file an application. To qualify for Cameroon TPS designation, applicants must show their continuous residence in the U.S. since June 7, 2022. Those arriving in the U.S. after April 14, 2022 are not eligible for TPS under this designation. USCIS estimates that about 11,700 individuals may be eligible for TPS under the Cameroon designation. USCIS announced that those seeking parole into the U.S. to attend a funeral or provide emergency assistance to a family member affected by the shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas should submit a request for urgent humanitarian or significant public benefit parole by filing Form I-131, Application for Travel Document. Applicants should provide evidence of the relationship to the affected family member, a completed Form I-134, Declaration of Financial Support, and any other evidence required to support the parole request. USCIS is exempting the filing fee for Form I-131 for those requesting parole in response to the Uvalde shooting. Applicants should write Uvalde on the top right of their Form I-131 and include a cover sheet on top of the application package that indicates Uvalde. The Biden administration has directed Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents to generally avoid deporting U.S. military veterans or service members, and their immediate family. ICE head Tae Johnson sent a memo instructing the agency's officials to consider prior U.S. military service as a significant mitigating factor that weighs against placing immigrants in deportation proceedings. A decision to place a veteran or service member in deportation proceedings must be approved first by top ICE officials. Further, the memo stated that ICE will not seek to deport active-duty U.S. service members, absent significant aggravating factors being present in the case.
If you are new to our channel, welcome and please subscribe to stay in the loop. We offer free 15-minute consultations if your case is qualified, so we can point you in the right direction. Stay tuned for the secret code later in the show.
USCIS updated its public charge resources webpage to include more information regarding how to reduce undue fear and confusion among immigrants and their families, including U.S. citizens and their children, that may prevent them from seeking access to critical government services available to them. The updated resources clarify that relatively few non-citizens in the U.S. are both subject to the public charge ground of inadmissibility and eligible for the public benefits considered under the 1999 Interim Field Guidance, including supplemental security income, temporary assistance for needy families, and programs supporting non-citizens who are institutionalized for long-term care at government expense. Vice President Kamala Harris received $1.9 billion in new investments from the private sector to address root causes of migration forcing people out of Central America. The companies will be investing in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras to help economic growth and provide new opportunities for low-income and at-risk communities in those countries. Gap Inc. invested $150 million to increase manufacturing jobs in Central America. Sanmar, an apparel company, is investing $500 million to support an additional 4,000 jobs. Visa is investing $270 million to increase digital infrastructure in the area. telecommunications company Millicom is investing $700 million to boost broadband networks. Overall, the total commitment secured from the private sector since Harris began this task last year totals $3.2 billion. The Department of Homeland Security is planning to transport migrants from U.S. cities along the southern border to other parts of the country. The goal of the plan is to alleviate overcrowding along the border due to the record numbers of migrants. The new plan will use federal funds to send migrants to shelters in cities farther inside the country before going to their final destinations. The plan includes sending migrants to cities such as Los Angeles, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Houston, and Dallas. DHS is currently working with shelters in these cities to advance moving migrants.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.